What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends? This is Coach E on behalf of Perfect Time Fitness and Meal Prep. We are accepting new clients on both sides. Now, on that personal training side, we are located at Fit Circuit. That is 22141 Rockside Road, Bedford Heights, Ohio, 44146. Now, we do offer one-on-one personal training, group training, one-on-one boxing cardio class. That is noon every Saturday, sports-specific training, and weight loss. On that meal side, we do offer personalized meal prep, catering, charcuterie boards, fresh fruit and vegetable juicing. Now, for us to get in touch with you and for you to get in touch with us, reach out to us on www.perfecttimefitness.com and sign up for those things previously mentioned. We are waiting to hear from you and can't wait to hear from you. Thanks for reaching out in advance. Peace.
Break.
Yeah, just like that, I'm ready. I hope you ready for another episode of Coach E Game for all seasons, brought to you by Perfect Time Fitness with your boy, Coach E. Local neighborhood high school football coach, local neighborhood high school basketball coach, local neighborhood high school track coach. Also, most importantly, co-CEO, El Presidente at Perfect Time Fitness and Meal Prep, head trainer by way of Fit Circuit. Also, ladies and gentlemen, www.perfecttimefitness.com is the website. Go ahead, check it out. You can go ahead and listen to this podcast. Also, go to YouTube and watch this podcast. It's Coach E's YouTube channel. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and share to other friends. Tell everybody what you're watching so they can watch too. We got all that good business stuff out of the way. Now we can introduce the two compadres on the left and the right-hand side. Left-hand side, got Zen. Bronx Bombers in is back in the building. Maybe he's upset about the World Series. What say you, Zen?
Nah. They beat my Guardian, so nah. I actually, that was like the most I watched of the World Series. But anyways, hey, my favorite time of the year is back. There's a NBA Cup thing, every Tuesday and Friday. It's something about the courts, my brothers. It's something about these courts. It gets me hook, line, and sinker. I'm like, I gotta watch it. It's appointment TV. I can't miss it. I love the course, and I'm finally glad the Cavs are participating this year in it, man. So we get a red court this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing that Friday night. But yeah, so I'm loving this game. Watching the Knicks in Philly right now. Joel Embiid's first game back. So he looking like hot garbage, but hey, that's to be expected. But yes, I'm glad. But what's good, fellas?
Not Joel Embiid's attitude. He is one of the laziest superstars I ever seen in my life, even if you want to call him a superstar. But anyway, that's no here, no there. Left-hand side, I got two hat B Sizzle, one sideways, one front ways. Don't know what's going on. Hopefully he can explain it. What's up, two hat, one side, front side B?
Hey, man, I'm making history like my Cavs. I'm wearing two hats. I got two shirts, two socks, two shoes, even two drawers on because the Cavs are 12-0. They crazy. I ain't know which Cavs hat to wear, so I just wore them both. We getting all these dubs. They dropping the dubs. The dubs is coming from every which direction. Man, I'm so happy. You can't tell me nothing. Even the Browns, they lose. You can't tell me nothing. I got my Cavs, my favorite time of the year, too. Oh man, where I even start, man? It's not your boy, but your favorite grown ass man, Mr. Taboo Timmons. I ain't got no Zen type stories today, but we gonna come into the ballpark and we gonna see what's on tap. What we talking about today?
I do agree with the favorite time of the year, though. Two of my favorite sports, basketball and football. I agree with you too.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
still your favorite? We ain't got no football team. It's still your favorite?
We do have a football team, Byron. They're called the Cleveland Browns.
I thought you talking about the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Them two.
What's the Akron team? The Zips. The Zips might be better than Browns
The
right now.
Zippers.
You still
The
happy?
Zippers.
You think Cleveland State is their team? They got a football team in Cleveland State.
Not at all.
The way they might beat the
man,
Browns right now. No. Oh man,
No.
so bad. Okay, well I'm glad you still love them, man. I'm glad you still love them. I still love them too.
Game.
I got a love-hate relationship.
Before we get started, now that you done brought this up, I gotta tell you, this is how you know when folks was capping about their football skills. Man, they be like, yeah, man, I got offered to go play at Cleveland State. Now, look,
I
I'm
hope
like,
nobody said that.
dude, on a new man. So, I went to Eastern. Man, cats like cats that I knew was trying to get on the football team. They was trying to walk on or whatever. They was unsuccessful with it. Man, I'm transferring going back home, man. I'm going to play for Cleveland State. Me not knowing, not paying attention like that type of stuff. Man, I was like, all right, man, best of luck to you, brother. And another cat, our guy that we work with, me and B, we work with at, what was that spot? Unloading the mail trucks. I forget the name of that spot. You don't want to put me on. RPS, man. The cat, the supervisor's cat. He was like, yeah, man, I was about to go play at Cleveland State. I was like,
Wow.
all right. Years later, I was like, man, Cleveland State ain't never had a football team, man. Because one day I was downtown and I was like, man, where they stadium at? I was like,
wow.
Just driving in circles.
Let me get this straight. Let me see if I understand what's going on. So it's really people that tried to walk on at Eastern Michigan and couldn't make it at Eastern Michigan?
Man, it didn't work out for them, man.
Wow. They suck.
Yeah, and at that time, they was trash at that time.
Yeah.
I don't even know what their record is now, but at that time they was, and it was the craziest thing,
What
man.
your name start with?
Drafted. Man, I
know he ain't trying to out nobody, man. I know. I say what they start with.
Nah.
Yeah, glasses.
You don't know the cats that went to Eastern, but the supervisor. You remember our supervisor from?
I can't remember him. That's what I'm saying. He wear glasses.
No, the short stocky black dude.
He one of them people that just went in the basket of Boulevard of Forgotten People. Come up like, hey, Byron, what's up? Like, hey.
What's my man? Gray Faces, nameless Gray Faces. That's what he became, man.
Yeah, but I will tell you, we do have a mutual. Actually, all three of us have a mutual acquaintance that was talking that on the basketball side, and come to find out it was just the rec league. But they kept swearing up and down they played for the college.
Dang.
And I was like, oh yeah, such and such, he plays for the college. And somebody corrected my ass. Like, no, he didn't. I'm like, what you mean? Yeah, he did. I said both of them played. He put the other one on. He said, nah, bro, that was rec league. I was like, it's like Santa Claus didn't exist. No. I was like, oh man.
Now you got me thinking.
Yeah, we all know him too. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna put him out.
Oh well, that's something off mic. Yo, you gonna have to say who it was when we get off mic. All right.
Oh man, had us all believe it. The overseas and everything. But we'll come back to it, man. We'll come back to it.
Hey, whoever you talking about, Zen, this is aggravating me. Whoever you talking about didn't make it. They stink. Those people stink as football players.
Man, nah. Man, if people out here, they gonna hear this. Man, if this get out, because look, so
it's out.
Man, this cat, like, man, he would have us. We'd be sitting in the room, drinking nights or whatever. My man, he'd pop in the high school footage. Like, man, look at me. Don't get me wrong. My man was tearing it up in them joints, man. But we be sitting up there like, yeah, man. But this is the thing with him. He was like a really short dude. Even though he was like built, he was still short. So there's some things you just can't get over. So, but
Dude, I
yeah,
have no idea what you talking about. Let me write this down.
no. He talking about
Oh, that's
East.
another
We
dude.
talking
Oh,
about
okay.
Yeah.
you thinking RPS. Nah. But yeah, but this dude,
Okay.
this one cat, yeah, he was definitely high school. He was the man for sure. But anyways, man.
You stink,
Man,
brother, wherever
homie.
you are.
In high school, you was the man, homie.
But yo, so the theme for this podcast is, are they for real?
Ooh.
And as Coach E has provided us the topics for the night, we gonna go through this through line, and the fellas will have to answer, are they for real? So first up, Mr. Two Hats. You know, not 2 Chainz, but Mr. Two Hats over here.
2 hats.
Let's start with these Cavaliers, man. Right now, they are on pace to become the first team to go 82-0 as they have won their first 12 games this season. As at the time of this recording, everybody wants to know, are they for real? So I got some questions in regards to that, but I know where y'all two stand, but let's go ahead real quick. So, Mr. Taboo Timmons, are
Yes,
the
sir.
Cavs for real?
Well, you see what this is, right? You see this dance? This is the dance of a winner, aka Mr. Trump. Anybody do this
Oh,
dance is for
damn.
real. So, tomatoes, the Cavs are for real because I'm doing this dance and I got 2 hats on. But seriously, his name is Kenny Atkinson. His name is Kenny A. Like I told you, 2 fine gentlemen, I said, yo, Kenny A is the X factor. He is the X-Man. He came in there the past 2 games. These young guns came in trying to beat us. Brooklyn came in trying to beat us. We shot 75%. Coach, he was like, yo, we so hot. It's unbelievable. Then we went cold, dark, and nothing. It was a bucket over the hoop. And what Kenny did, he saw for some reason Jared was playing like crap. I don't know if it was just visiting his old boys. I don't know what it was. He had his look on his face. He had one little spurt, but he was playing like crap. So what Kenny did, he went small, and then they couldn't make no shots. The Cavs couldn't hit no threes. So what we do? We clamp down. We go to the whole teardrop, win the game. Next game, the Bulls, another one. These boys came out trying to beat us. He adjusted, switched the lineup, and we for real because we got that man Donovan who could just turn it on. I mean, dude is amazing. But this the curveball I'm gonna throw at y'all. This the wild thing curveball. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for it? Y'all might got y'all wish. Evan Mobley might be the best player on the team. Now hold on before you throw tomatoes. He might be for all around play. Donovan is the man offensively. E, you got me thinking about this. Zen, you got me thinking about it. Watching him close the past couple games. My man been out there. No, he ain't giving you 20, 30 points a game. Some games he'll give you 20. He averaging 18.1. He averaging 8.8 rebounds a game. He's clogging up that paint. You got to come see him. You get past our little dudes, like y'all like to say, y'all got to come see them big trees in the paint. One of which, Evan Mobley. I love my boy Allen, what he doing out there, but right now, Mobley is outshining Allen. I'm seeing progression. I'm seeing the jumpers E alluded to. I'm seeing him bringing the ball up. I'm just seeing that aggression, and I'm seeing the blocks on top of it all. So y'all might have got y'all wish. Y'all said that had to happen for us to be for real. We going to the ship, and then I'm going to do this dance. Once we in the ship, we about to win this little tournament. I ain't worried about none of these bums. We going to the ship. So yes, we are for real. God damn it, ship.
He went and cursed it when he said he ain't worried about him, Zen. You know what happens.
Yeah.
Ain't worried about nobody. Ain't worried. Bring on that soft batch and B. Ain't Maxi Gimpy? Is Maxi playing?
Nope.
Don't we got them next? Who we got next?
Yeah, Philly
tomorrow night.
Maxi ain't playing.
Well, I ain't worried about Philly. Maxi is the heart and soul of a team. I know people throw tomatoes, talk about Embiid. Embiid talking about load management and all that. He's soft as a box of marshmallows that's just heated up too long. I don't know. The man is just soft. Maxi to me is the heart and soul of that team. Now you got PG coming in off, looking them off. It's like, dude, y'all quit trying to pick on that little young boy. He can play out. He can outplay all of them right now. So if he out, I love our chances. If he in, I love our chances. I'm telling you, Cavs, man, keep watching. We doing some stuff. We getting y'all attention now too. Number one in the league.
All right, Coach E,
Look,
it's on you. Are they for real?
regular season, yes, because that's what we living in right now. We living in the moment of the regular season. So yes, they are for real right now. But you know my always gripe: playoffs, playoffs, playoffs. Playoff? No, but for real, playoffs is the scary part because I don't know what's gonna happen. But regular season, yes, they are for real. You just alluded to it, B. Evan Mobley, he turned over a new leaf. Don't know where he found this leaf, what forest he went to, what state he went to.
Yeah.
He got aggressive and some heart out of somewhere. I like it. I wish he would have had it the whole time so we wouldn't have these debates that we was having for no reason because he had it the whole time. Just needed a coach to unlock it to give him some kind of freedom to be who he is. So I'm enjoying it, but he's still not the best player, B. He's not yet. Until he gets in those 25 a game and 12 rebounds a game, when he doing the AD shit, like playing like AD consistently, absolutely best player on the team. But not yet. He ain't doing it yet.
Let me give you one more factor. Hold on. One more factor I forgot. One good thing JB didn't do, rotate his players. This guy, Kenny, is rotating. He deep in the bench. He playing those white players that Evan loves so much. He playing everybody. So guess what's going to happen come playoff time? Playoff time, we ain't going to be tired. Donovan ain't going to be burnt out. Darius ain't going to be hurt. Everybody ain't going to be hurt. We ain't going to be burnt out because he set them down. They be chilling. Then when he need a killer, he called up 1-800 Donovan. He put that boy out, let him loose. DG, let him loose. Go ahead. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Look, we got to speak on this. So, the white boys that you mentioned. So, take you behind the curtain. So, Coach E sends out the text. Here we go. We have too many white boys on the court at once. Man, this be looking weird. Ty Jerome, Sam Merrill, Dean Wade, and Niang. That's doing too much. Now, let's get this clear. It's strictly a visual thing with Coach E. Because two of those four names that he named have black parents. So it's strictly a visual thing. Ty Jerome, black father. George Niang, black father. Yo, it is strictly a visual thing, man. They are not white, man. I hate to break the news to you, man. Only two of those four was white, man. So I just wanted to put that out there. All right.
My dude sent the text at the same time, too. It was weird. Y'all sent that text at the same time. Hey, where we get Larry Bird's son? What's that dude that be out there? They put him in to close out the games. He looked just like young Larry Bird. And he wear number 33.
Yeah, dude with the
see, nobody knows.
Yeah, I forgot his name. He a rookie though.
Yeah, he a rookie. He ain't Tyson. He the other rookie.
He got the mullet with the mustache.
Yep. With the bird mustache.
Yeah, he look like a partier. Look like he hit the bong every Wednesday.
Hey, dude. Hit the bong and surf.
6 foot bong.
All right. So, my challenge to you now. So, Coach E has given me his take. I'm going to go and give a point to Coach E and ask a supporting question to his point. All right. So, if they are for real, when I see the Cavs, I see this. I'm like, Zen, have you seen this before? So, I start going through my mental Rolodex. It's like, aha. I go back to 2014, 2015. You say, oh, that's the year Bron came back to Cleveland. Yeah. Also, what happened that year
Golden State
was the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh.
I was there for a lot of them games. I was like, yeah, the Atlanta Hawks, they got on a nice little win streak themselves at one point in time during the season. They won 19 straight. I like these Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they had 4 All-Stars. It's looking like the Cavs probably going to have 4 All-Stars this year too. They won over 60 games. Okay, keep this up. They're going to go over 60 games. Number 1 seed. Then all of a sudden, they ran into that man. And that man just got rid of him in 4 games.
Who?
All that.
Full rip.
Who that man?
In
Leroy.
4 rip. Yeah.
Leroy.
LeBron Damone James, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, man.
And
It's
got
LeBron.
rid-
Ramon.
4 games. Ramon. My bad. So yes, they got rid of him in 4 games. Tell me why I shouldn't think this Cavaliers team is not these Hawks, because it's looking a lot. Hey, had a new coach too. I forgot to mention that. Had Coach Bud.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ooh, Coach Bud was doing a lot of the same things. Oh, ball movement, man movement. Oh man, that's a different squad out here. Now tell me why when they go up against one of these superstars in the East, they won't have the same fate that these 2014, 2015 Hawks had.
You talking to you two, hey?
Well, I'm doing the dance again.
Man, Trump ain't gonna be on the court, brother.
But a Great American Song. What was the Great American Song he was listening to on repeat?
They Not Like
It was
Us.
They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. Well, man, Atlanta. Who was it? Was it Trey? Was it Ice Trey? Who was the man?
was Joe.
This was Jeff Teague. No, it wasn't even Joe.
Jeff Teague.
Oh, that was
okay.
Jeff
Smooth.
Teague, Paul Millsap, Al Horford, and Kyle Korver
Yes,
was the 4 All-Stars from that team. DeMar
Yeah, they
Carroll
not
was
like
the
us.
one that missed out.
Mhm.
Yep, they not like us. Them bums can't hold a flame to us. Nope, they ain't us. First of all, and second of all, you ain't got no goats. You had the GOAT, man. The GOAT torched up LeBronto and all them other places. Atlanta. Was that the year the dude fell asleep on the bench? Not Millsap. What was his name? The other dude. He fell asleep during one of the ass whoopings. Dang, I see his
Yeah, I ain't
face.
hip to that.
Little young dude.
Yeah, me either.
Oh man, I gotta go.
Is this
find it on
revisionist
Google.
history
Hell no, it
by
ain't
Two
out.
Hats is in?
I
this was
think
real.
it is, man. Well, wait a minute. So, no, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They swept them in 4 games. We went to the finals and lost to the Warriors in 6 games?
Yeah, Kyrie year.
Went out.
Kev shoulder year.
Yeah, that's the year.
So while he looking that up, I'm gonna answer that too, Zen. I totally agree with you saying. That's that regular season stuff where nobody is truly game planning for you and your weaknesses are not fully getting exposed. Not to say that we have a lot of weaknesses, but when it's playoff time and you have to hone in on your opponent and break down film constantly day by day, and you have to change up your game plan every day to protect yourself and your weaknesses, we'll see what kind of coach Kenny Atkinson really is. Not saying he's not a bad coach, not saying he's not a great coach, but just he's not proven himself in the playoffs by himself as a head coach yet. He's been with the Golden State with Steve Kerr and all that, and all that's been combining minds and bringing game plans together, bouncing things off of each other. Now he's got to do it by himself. This staff don't know who he really has on this staff. It's a staff of a couple first-year guys and a couple old players. So we're going to see what kind of coach he is in the playoffs. And that Boston Beast is still sitting there. And people is completely writing off the Bucks and everybody but us, Boston, and Indiana, who's 5-5. Everybody else is below 500. It's only been 12 games. So we can't just act like the season's almost over and ain't nobody else going to get it together. It's still time for everybody to get back on board with each other, figure out the pieces and figure everything else out. So I don't want to give us a trophy yet, Mr. Dancer over there, but we are off to a hell of a start. Just got to keep it up, man.
Kent Bazemore, that was his
Oh,
name.
yeah,
Kent
yeah,
Bazemore.
okay. I didn't know he fell asleep.
But fell asleep. Yeah, he did. He fell asleep. And during the second game, I seen you the link. Don't worry. I got my facts over here. Yeah, he fell asleep during the second game. They was kicking. Man, we was destroying them dudes. Brown was acting a fool. But yo, man, while y'all talking about this, man, don't you see what's happening? Is they don't know who to stop on the Cavs. You don't know who it's coming from.
All right. Hold on. Let's go real quick for the people. Let's go through this real quick.
Keep going.
When will the Cavs lose their first game? So, looking at the schedule, got tomorrow at Philly. Embiid says he's not doing back-to-backs, and we already discussed Tyrese Maxey probably won't play. So, I'll give us that one. All right, we got the Chicago Bulls, who they struggled to beat. We got them on Friday night as the first game in our NBA Cup series. All right, then we got the Charlotte Hornets. Now, here we go. November 19th, we got the Boston Celtics. Okay. Then we see, man, I ain't going to be in front. This schedule is very favorable. I ain't going to lie to you. Yeah, it's very favorable. We got the New Orleans Hornets, who won't have Zion Williamson. And we got the Toronto Raptors. The Atlanta Hawks in back-to-back games. Then we see the Boston Celtics again. Then we got the Washington Wizards. And then that's when things get interesting.
Yes.
We see the Denver Nuggets. Man, which one of these games we could see the Cavs possibly losing? I ain't gonna even lie. I see the game, but whew.
You see the game. What you see?
I think it's sooner than later. Yeah, I think it's sooner than later. I see the away game at the Celtics as being the one at Boston.
They ain't playing great ball. They winning, but they ain't doing it in favorable fashion either. I mean, they almost lost to JB in Detroit. I know. They struggling now against somebody. And Jay Brown is gimpy. Plus, ain't no killers out here. They ain't killing like that, man. I ain't worried about none of these bums. You talking about Zion Williamson? He was playing the game, and y'all hero Brandon Ingram only had 20 points. Zion was doing something, but it's one-dimensional. Nobody worry about them bums. Nobody worry about them Hornet bums.
First of all, why he slide them two in? First of all, he gonna say we was talking about Zion. We wasn't talking about Zion. We said he's having a horrible year. And he gonna say our hero Brandon Ingram. Since when did either one of us declare Brandon Ingram?
Yeah, y'all be talking about that magical wing. We need the magical wing. We ain't got no wing. And everybody was talking about get Brandon Ingram. No, let him stay out there with that bum Zion.
Well,
and I heard that little twang in Zen voice talking about, they ain't have Zion. I heard the subliminal Zen.
No, they won't have Zion, so I'm like, they're gonna be without their best player.
Or Alvarado.
We already beat them with Zion.
They don't have Alvarado or nothing. Or
El Dorado.
Yeah, the Cadillac man. Or
we already beat all them.
DeJounte still ain't gonna be back. But I'm gonna go ahead on the limb and say we'll lose that Charlotte one this Sunday because Charlotte can score. That don't make them a great team, but they can just score a lot. That means if we go cold, we're going to have to keep up with them. So that could be a spoiler game right there. But I do believe it might come that Boston game. If it doesn't happen in that Charlotte game this Sunday, it'll be that Boston game, I believe. Because it's only so far you could take this. And one more gem I heard on the radio. After that Cavs game when they blew out the Warriors, they asked Draymond and Steph, did this team remind them of themselves back in the 15-16 year? They both said absolutely, like 100% reminds them of them back in 15-16.
I look at Coach E with the nice little lob to me. All right, so I'll take that lob and go ahead and dunk that. So let's say this hot streak continues all season, and we got a chance to break the Warriors single season record that Coach E just alluded to in 2016. Do we go after it, or we say, nah, let's chill and go for the playoffs? Do we try to get both 74 and 8 and get the Larry O'Brien, or just say that the Warriors, they got it and they lost it, so it no longer has its value, it's lusted, it's lost its appeal?
You know me, the competitor than me, I'm going for it. And the chip, too.
Right, go for it.
You only get this opportunity once in a lifetime. Because I might as well sell out, go balls hard, try and do both of them. Why not?
Yeah, because I believe you could lose your momentum, like trying to tank and all that, put in the bums. Nah. And plus, man, look, ain't no bums on this team. Because everybody playing. Ain't nobody going to be tired because everybody playing. JB ain't do this. Everybody playing. E Heroes, the white squad that he like. He called them the K's. I was like, "What you talking about?" He's like, "All them white men on the."
They
Precursor.
ain't no longer the Cleveland Cavs. They the Cleveland K's, huh? All right.
Hey, never said this.
I'm just making all the smoke. That's what we do. We just make up shit now. Well, but seriously, who can we? I mean, the Bulls was very scrappy. The Bulls was very, very scrappy. That was a scrappy one. I ain't worried about no Hornet bums because we all pluck they stingers.
All right, B, you got to make your choice, man. I'm putting you on the. I got to hold your feet to the fire, man. Come on, make your
Who we
choice.
gonna
Make your
lose
choice.
to?
Yeah.
Damn, let's see. Damn sure ain't the Hawks. It ain't the Raptors. I'm gonna say either the Bulls or the Celtics, but we could beat the Bulls. Man, we ain't gonna lose for a long time.
All right, so
We
we're
ain't
gonna
gonna-
break that 24-0 start by the Warriors.
That's
Yep,
what he's
We
saying.
breaking that. We ain't losing for a long time. In fact, maybe because we already had, while y'all talking about the schedule cake, they didn't have us with 3 back-to-backs already.
What does that mean?
And all our players play. We ain't soft over here. All our players play. We ain't
Man.
soft.
Them been the
So-
softest back-to-backs.
Right. That's what I was about to say. You can have a back-to-back.
Well, we had
all you
Milwaukee
want to.
twice.
That wasn't a
What you
back-to-back,
mean?
though.
We had Milwaukee.
That was a day in between.
It was
That
back-to-back.
was a day in between.
No, it
Yes, it
wasn't.
was.
You
I'm
sure?
positive. We won in that buzzer
Hold
beater
on,
Saturday night, and then that next game wasn't until Monday night. That wasn't a back-to-back.
Oh, it felt like a back-to-back.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't a
I
back-to-back.
didn't
huh?
say.
All right.
All right. So yeah, we ain't gonna lose for we might not lose the rest of the year.
All right.
Damn.
Now, on down the road. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. Go
Switch it
from
up. Keep it rolling.
basketball. Let's go to football. Our second favorite team in college football has done it again. Look, this year is the year that our favorite coach. I think we like Coach Prime over our actual head coaches that we have for the teams that we root for. So our favorite coach, Coach
Ooh,
Prime.
speak for yourself.
You don't
Go
root
ahead.
for college football.
Right.
You said
about-
we as in plural. You included me in that. I had
When I
to clear
say
it up.
we, I said we. I'm talking about Ohio State and Ryan Day and Kalen DeBoer in Alabama.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
man.
okay.
All right.
Now it's discrimination. Okay, go ahead. My fault, man. Go ahead. We gotta
Yes,
get
this is
some
the
stuff out,
season.
Jen.
Yes, this is the season that Coach Prime was talking about. He said, "Get us now, because you ain't gonna get us again next year." And it's looking like he's holding true. Colorado Buffaloes are off to a 7-2 start. They're second in the Big 12. Got a chance to go to the playoffs. Gotta ask you though, they did suffer a humiliating loss to Nebraska, so it's got some folks who are still a little leery, a little skeptical on them. So, Coach E, are these Colorado Buffaloes for real?
I believe so. I believe they're proving it. Not to say they're going to go in the playoffs and win the national championship, but they control their own destiny to get to the Big 12 title game and win the Big 12 title to secure their spot in that 12-team playoff. So I'm going to go ahead and say they are for real. And just watching them, they still have a lot of things that they can do to get better. They're still blowing people out with these mistakes that they are continuously making in the first and third quarters. So if they ever put like a full game together, not to say they're going to play a perfect game, nobody plays a perfect game, but all these turnovers and penalties and just lapses of not play calling, but play execution, things like that. If they put a full game together, they can be pretty dangerous, man. They finally got a supporting cast around Shedeur. They got a good offensive line. Well, decent offensive line, way better than last year. He still takes a lot of sacks because that's another thing that I'm talking about they can clean up. He holds the ball quite a bit. He could be getting that ball out. I don't care if it's not open. At least throw it away so you don't take these sacks and take these hits on your body. Travis is playing out of his mind. Should be the Heisman Trophy winner. If he doesn't win the Heisman Trophy, I don't know what the qualifications are. I don't understand what you're voting for and what you're watching because this dude.
Hey. Nah. Yeah, go ahead, finish my bad. I ain't mean to interrupt you. Finish your
The
thought.
Heisman Trophy is supposed to be the best college football player that season. This dude is doing it on both sides of the ball at a very high level. I'm talking about only plays he doesn't play is kickoff and punt. That's it. Every other thing he's on the field for. So that's the best college football player. That's the true definition of the Heisman Trophy. So to answer that question, yes, I do believe that they're for real, and I do believe that they're going to have a good ending to the year. No matter what, they bowl eligible. They got more wins than they did last year, and they shutting up a lot of critics because Deion kept receipts.
Now, Vegas ain't agreeing with you on Travis. Travis is up there for the odds to win the Heisman, but there's this little running back
Don't care.
out there in Boise, Idaho,
Don't care.
that's got 1,700 yards in only 9 games,
Yeah, it's not.
averaging 7.7 yards per carry.
Who have they played?
Look.
Man.
Look.
Who have they played?
I'm just saying, Coachy.
Don't care.
And right now, they got them in the top 12 for the playoffs, and they don't have Colorado in there. So right now, hey, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, Coachy. I'm just saying.
They're in the Mountain West Conference. Okay, that's all that need to be said about that. If a Mountain West athlete wins the Heisman, something's wrong. That voting system needs to be, whoever votes for this guy never should vote again for the Heisman Trophy ever. You're in the Mountain West. Boise State doesn't play anybody. They play San Jose State, Wyoming, Oregon State. Okay, maybe you got a good team there. San Diego State, UNLV, Hawaii, Utah State, Portland State, Georgia Southern. Wow. Come on, man. Come on.
Too many damn teams. Who are these teams? You just
this man easily about to go over 2,000
yards.
That's
cool.
He gonna clip that. He gonna probably get like 2,500. It's gonna be hard to turn that away.
Shit.
But
hey, can I ask a clarity question though? What does it mean when you say are they for real? Because he said no, they ain't winning the bowl, but they for real. I'm confused.
Okay, so. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah,
just because
my boy's for real, we going
just for real don't mean they have to win the national championship. Do you know how hard that is? Nobody knows who's going to win the national championship this year anyway. Period. So does that mean everybody that loses the national championship is not for real? That's not true.
Yeah.
By
Coach E's normal standards, I don't know who this imposter is, but you say a championship or die.
No, see,
you say kill them all.
No, see now you're picking and choosing and trying to change the narrative of what's going on. These guys won 1 game. Now they're up to 7 games, and they're doing it in very convincing fashion in the whole climate where nobody likes them at all. There's a lot of people that hate them, like a lot of black people that hate them, and they're still doing it against every odd that's put up against them. So I would say that's for real. Coming from where they came from.
That's intentional, though.
It's not intentional.
I think it's intentional because Deion is a great salesman. And so I think if Deion is quiet and not the salesman talking the trash, not doing the Trump, then ain't nobody gonna talk about him. So this is how you keep conversations going. And then when they lose to a Nebraska, they ain't even have a number, so they wasn't ranked.
No.
So 28-10, I see you lose them games, then you still can have these conversations, but only because Deion is the salesman that he is.
I don't think he's a salesman. That's just him. He was like that when he played. He's not putting on a facade. That's literally how he is, period.
Yeah, I mean, but by salesman, I mean, you talk it up. It's like, yeah, they the best. We good. Watch out for us, recruits. Y'all better catch us now. You know, all that last year that he was talking. He won, 5 games? 4 games?
It was 4 last year.
4 or 5. Yeah.
He made it sound real good. Got everybody high. Oh, what they about to do?
They're 7-2.
4 games. They 7-2. But yet and still, the question is, are they for real? You was
because they're 7-2.
But they ain't gonna win no chip. So how for real are they?
Once again,
what we talking about? Playoffs is cool. Let me get
this straight. Playoffs in cool. College football in the scenario that we're talking about. See, this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it a blanket statement when this is for this particular question and subject that's then brought to the table. So in college football, as the University of Colorado, them making the 12-team playoff from where they came from 3-4 years ago, even last year, yes, that's for real. That's a really great damn job.
Okay, it's a lot of great potential. It's really great potential.
Just saying.
Yeah, because I have to ask Coach E. So they are 7-2, but it's not the Pac-12; it's the Big 12.
Yeah.
And the last time we saw a Big 12 team go up against a real big dog in the Power 5, we saw Georgia versus TCU. And we know how that story ended. It ended ugly.
Yeah.
What makes Colorado, when they go and see a big dog coming out of this conference, different, gonna have a different showing than what TCU had?
Once again, guys, let's not try to make this a blanket statement. They still are not a Power 5 team, but they are for real for the circumstances.
Technically a Power 4. They technically in the Power 4. They in the weakest of the Power 4, but they in the Power 4.
So when do they play a real team on this schedule? Oh, they only got 3 games left. They only got 3 games left.
So once again, these are schedules that have been made for years. The schedule that they're playing, that these deals have been done for years, so they can only play who they play at this particular time. Yeah. But the thing that's going to be different is they can score. That's the thing that they have. They make the defense cover the whole field. They're not going to have the athletes that these Power 5 schools are going to have. So, of course, it's going to be looking different when they play a Georgia or, hell, even a Penn State or something like that. They don't have those athletes. They don't have the defensive line to go against their offensive line. They don't have the offensive line to go against their defensive line. So that's where they're going to struggle at. But as far as skill position-wise, I put them neck and neck to a lot of those teams, just skill position wise. And that's where they flourishing at. And just because they do have those offensive and defensive lines that they do have that happen to be better than the teams that they are playing now, that's what's making them such a good team now with the schedule that they're playing against. But yeah, that's why I said for now, they are for real. But the playoff time is going to be a different story. But anything can happen in a one-game scenario in college football. You just never freaking know. Nobody expected them. You brought up TCU. Nobody expected them to beat TCU that first game last year the way they did. So anything can freaking happen. You just don't know.
So they're going to win out. They got Utah, Kansas, and Oklahoma State, none of which have little numbers. I must say it by little numbers.
Yeah, they're not ranked.
And numbers.
All of them used to be ranked.
So they're not ranked.
But they had bad years.
Right. So they're going to win out? Buffaloes?
I believe they should. They should, yeah. This Utah game going to be nice and hard, though, because Utah always play them good.
Pause.
All right. Yeah, it's really going to come down if they make it to the Big 12 championship game. They're going to see BYU, and that's going to probably be their stiffest test right there. All right. Let's keep it moving.
Then they can go to the playoffs after that?
Yeah, if they win the Big 12 championship, yeah.
Yeah, they'll go.
They're going to play Ohio State? I'm just confused. Y'all gotta help me with the college. You know, I'm like,
we're gonna do this off mic. We gotta keep it moving. All right. So moving right along. So you know what we call this weekend, right?
This weekend coming
Invitation
up.
weekend.
This weekend coming up.
Invitation weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's Club Curry time, baby. Woo! Yeah, it's going to be cracking this weekend at Club Curry, man.
I'm going to miss Club Curry.
Oh, see, now he don't want to be in the building that his favorite fighter is fighting. He don't want to see his.
I do want to be in the building, but this is a Bears Council question. We'll save for another day because the wife that pulled up, you don't want to watch with me?
No, I don't.
And I know it's a trap every single time. It's a trap.
Just say no.
Start watching, you be like, I don't want to see this.
Just tell the truth. Just say no, I don't, because you don't take it serious like I do.
Man, all of a sudden she want to see Tyson. She want to see Tyson lose to Jake Paul. Like she want to see that. She want to see everything. And then halfway through, a quarter minute through, I don't want to see this no more. And it's already too late. But this time it happened. I'm coming over anyway. What time does festivities start?
8:00. Shit.
All right. So y'all alluded to it. Let's talk about this first one. Friday night, we got Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, the much anticipated fight. But
That's Friday.
You know me. I am a skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know,
Mm-hmm.
Coach E,
Mm-hmm.
is this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson gonna be a real fight? Are they for real gonna fight? Coach E, let me know.
I highly doubt it because everything Jake Paul is tied to is not real. So no, I don't think this is going to be a real fight. There's no way he's going to put that on the line, knowing what could happen. No, this is not a real fight. He's not even a real boxer. He just picks and chooses fights. You can all you want to. He's not a real boxer. He talks all this. I want to be heavyweight champion of the world. Well, you dumb motherfucker, you have to fight people that actually box in order to achieve that goal. He's never done that. He's never going to do it because he's not a real boxer. He's a hell of a showman. I'll give him that. But boxer, real life? No, he's not. Until you literally fight boxers that are literally competing in the boxing game right now. Until then, I don't want to hear nothing about him being no real boxer. So no, Zen, I don't think they're fighting for real. This is going to be a hell of a show. That's why we're all going to watch it. And I just want to see if Mike Tyson just happens to touch him up the way I know he can. But we all know we don't know what that contract says. So that's the skeptical part that I am with.
No way. First of all, Jake Paul's Deion Sanders, a salesman. You just said Deion for real, not for real. So Jake Paul is for real, not for real. He's a boxer.
He's not.
And if I ever meet the man, I'm gonna set up the fight where he can box you, and then we gonna see who's a boxer and who's not a boxer.
It'll be the same thing.
He is a boxer right now.
The same thing. What are you doing now? I'm not a professional boxer, so yeah, we can fight. It's gonna be the same thing.
But these guys were professional boxers. They were professional. Some of them were. It's just like a hooper. Can I beat Michael Jordan right now at the age of 75? And can I beat Michael Jordan? He used to be in the league. He still probably could tune me up. He probably could drop buckets on you and Zen at the same damn time. They used to be, and they still, it's probably better than the people that's not. Jake Paul, he went against the haters. He went against the doubters. And Mike Tyson is a competitor. Ain't no way. See, Tyson and Roy Jones showed you something. That was supposed to be just a play fight, an exhibition, till he punched the shit out of Roy Jones. Roy Jones said he ain't want to fight no more. He punched that man clean in the ribs and made him poo on himself. He was like, man, I don't want to do this no more. Mike Tyson is a ferocious competitor who is not going to go out there and take no dive. To him, this is real life. This is life or death. This is urgency. To Jake Paul, he got something to prove to you and Zen, the people who asking, who is he for real? He got something to prove. He going out there. If he beat Mike Tyson, it's going to catapult his career to the stratosphere because he beat the most ferocious man alive. So get ready for him to beat the most ferocious man alive, Jake Paul.
So, Zen, I just got to rebuttal a lot that was just said right there. So this is a yes or no question right here.
We ain't got time.
Do you believe that Jake Paul is a real fighter?
Yes, because he woke up one day, he did the training, he worked hard, and he went. No, he's not a professional. He can't get in the ring with a Bud Carson. I know that's out the weight class. That's only fighters. He can't fight
Who's Bud Carson? The old
Carson, Bud Crawford, Bud Crawford. None of them dudes. He can't. He might knock him out. He can't get in the ring with Tyson Fury and all them. He can't beat him, but he wouldn't be scared of them dudes. He'd get in the ring with anybody because they say he can't. Because people like you say he ain't for real. He's for real, not for real. He's Deion Sanders.
He can't get into the ring with those professional fighters because he's not a professional fighter. He's a professional showman. He will never be a professional fighter until he takes on real fighters that do this for a living in their prime. Yeah, okay. Congratulations if you beat a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. What does that do? Like, what does that even prove? How does that catapult his career? And
that's the baddest man on the planet.
You beat Nick Diaz.
Baddest man on the planet.
You beat Nick Diaz. You beat Nate Robinson. Yeah. You beat
that was terrible.
The other UFC
Woodruff, black dude with the beard,
Todd Woodley, and the Brazilian guy that broke his leg, Anderson Silva.
Yeah, he beat up him. He was a boxer in his country. He was a legitimate fighter.
He's an MMA fighter. It's different. Yeah, boxing is
He boxed too.
boxing is a part of MMA, but these are MMA fighters. And you saw
No. He became a boxer in this country. Silva did. He was a boxer in this country.
He was 47 years old. Then you saw what happened when he fought not even the top of the line fighter, Tyson Fury's little brother. He lost. Right. So he's never going to schedule those fights ever again. That's just my whole point. That's why I hate him, because he talks so much trash, but takes these fights and creates these fights just to make money. You cannot be taken serious until you literally go fight a fighter who fights in real life. That's just like me. Like you just gave the example. Me challenging a 64-year-old Charles Barkley to a basketball game. What does that say about me as an athlete challenging a 64-year-old man just because his name was Charles Barkley and he was one of the best players in the world? That does nothing. That proves nothing.
He probably still could give you buckets. But sure to come back a notch, because I can look at this Colorado schedule, and I'm comparing apples to oranges for a reason.
You are.
Follow me. I can compare this Colorado schedule, and like you said, they for real, but they ain't playing nobody. And then you said when they get to the real schools, the big schools, they ain't got a chance, basically what I heard. So it's kind of the same thing. Colorado playing these janitors and these high schools and junior colleges, and they for real till they get to the real dogs.
Guess what?
The big dogs, as Ian said.
This is the thing that just kills your whole argument. These are actually other Division I football teams that are currently playing football. So they are real teams that are getting played. They're not older guys that retired and coming out to play Colorado. These are real kids playing at a real school in a real football game. Totally different. Not a good argument there.
But do they have the same opportunities? Like you said, do they got the same recruitment? Do they got the same people wanting to come see the great salesman Deion? Do they got the same chances that the Deion Sanders of the world gets?
It has nothing to do with Deion being a salesman. He is living off of the legacy that he created as a player. So that's the thing that's in all right there. If you want to compare that, you can compare that to Tyson, because that's what's drawn a lot of people to this fight because of the legacy of Mike Tyson. That's the reason why Colorado is what they are, because of the legacy of Deion and his sons being a part of the team. But just like I said, they can choose to go to any school, these kids.
That's true. Right. But they was like a moth to a flame, like y'all say. The times I be listening, transfer portal, Deion come in, change up 90% of the team because they was like a moth to a flame. They saw the flame. That's the great salesman that is Deion Sanders, and he attracted these players that normally probably would have overlooked this school.
Yeah,
I mean, am I cooking with grease?
Yeah, that's what the transfer portal is. And once again, they want to play for Deion because of the legacy that he created as a player.
We getting off track. All right, let's bring it back.
We'll come back to
back on the track. Let's bring it back on the tracks. All right. So at Club Curry, that's Friday night. Saturday night. All right, here we go. Man, the long anticipated fight. This one's even more anticipated than Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
Yes, it is.
John Jones will be fighting Stipe Miocic for it won't be no title on the line. But
it is. John the champ.
He's still the champ. They let him hold the belt his whole time?
Yeah.
Good
he
God.
won it back.
I tell you, I ain't
his second fight when he came back, he won it back. They took it from him when he was gone with all that stuff, but he won it back from that second fight.
But he ain't fought in like forever. I thought Dana stripped him of it.
No, he fought last year.
Mind. All right. Who did he fight last year? Hold on. I remember watching this fight.
That's when he made dude tap out.
He beat the French dude.
That's one.
Yeah, he beat the French dude. But that was his only heavyweight fight, though.
No, there was one before that, too. That was the second one when he made
then
dude tap out. Then he beat the
dude that beat up Conor. Yeah. He beat up the dude that beat Conor. Damn. Yeah, the dude with the cauliflower ear, wasn't it? Wasn't it the weird dude?
No, that ain't the same weight class.
The other dude. Yeah. I thought it was another dude. Yeah, well, anyway,
look, now,
he did fight.
Look, I got a good memory. I've been waiting on this fight because they teased it. John Jones, who did he fight?
You acting like Bud Carson right now, man. Come on.
Whatever. You got them jokes, brother, but no. I knew the name. All right, let's see. Man, good God almighty, trying to find his fight history. Yeah, that's what I thought. He beat Kane, whatever his dude, but Frenchie. He beat him. That was back in 2023 in March.
Yeah,
I
last
remember
year.
watching that. That was his only heavyweight fight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, last year was 23.
Yeah, that was his only heavyweight fight. So that's why I was like, they let him hold the belt this time? I was like, okay, all right. But I'm going off of, this is going as probably, man, the legacy of Stipe. But I want to know, can they still, at their ages, let's see, John Jones.
37.
Stipe is way older than that. Stipe
42.
it's got to be 40. Yes.
Yeah.
At this age, Coach E, can they still give us a real good fight?
Yeah, I absolutely believe so, because John Jones is the best MMA fighter ever, period. There's no question, there's no argument, there's no debate. And Stipe is one of the hardest working MMA fighters of all time. He can take a punch. He can also give a punch. He can fight his ass off. He just needs to, well, it is a little bit too late to try and work on his wrestling game right now, but that was the only weakness that Stipe had. But Stipe is a hell of a fighter, so he gives us all in every single fight. He don't go out soft. He don't go out without a hell of a fight. So, yeah, I do believe that they can give us a hell of a fight, and I think they will give us a hell of a fight.
You know who this gonna be like? It's gonna be like Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz when that last time they fought. It's gonna be the same fight.
I hope not. Oh, Lord, I hope not.
Fresh out the retirement home, they gonna come wheeling.
I don't think so. Two different breeds.
You hope not. Oh, man.
So who you got, though? All right, so we know you all Mike Tyson, you against the one Cleveland boy in Jake Paul in the fight. Now, in this one, are you going with your Cleveland guy? Is your allegiance to Cleveland? Is the Cleveland Pride gonna take over Saturday night? Are you gonna be rooting for Stipe to pull out the victory over the John Bones Jones?
I will definitely be extremely happy if Stipe win, but John is gonna win.
Boo! Boo this man! Boo this man!
John Jones is just a better fighter. There's nothing I can say or do about that. I just said he's the best MMA fighter of all time, so I can't say he gonna lose to Stipe. Like I said, Stipe's a hell of a fighter. He's just not better than John. That's all.
My question after this, if he wins this fight, what's left for him to prove in UFC?
Talking about John or Stipe?
Yeah, John. Stipe, this is his last payday.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, nothing. There's nothing for him to prove because there's nobody else for him to fight. Nobody else will even like. He might as well just go retire and give the belt back, put it up for grabs.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, man, UFC at one point in time, to me, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, they just had so many stars at one point in time. It was on and popping.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you. I think the last UFC fight was the John Jones fight. I went up there to the Silver, what is it? Silver Light? Is that what it's called?
Silver Spot?
Silver Spot.
I was about to say, that's
I
a
went
new
up there
spot. Silver Light?
and watched it.
Silver Light.
Look, I don't
Where's Silver Light is?
No. I said it as questioning myself. Is that the name?
That's Bud Carson's spot. That's where he at.
Bud Carson. like you
always
was right.
call him Bud Carson. I call Bud Carson all the time. Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm like, I used to watch UFC so much more regularly. They used to come on Fox. They used to have the Saturday night fights on Fox at one point in time. And I would watch that. They just had so many stars that drew me in. Whether it was Miles, little Mighty Mouse, or Anthony Pettis, or Aldo.
Boys get beat up, man. The
heroes
get beat.
They get beat, but they haven't rotated in new, fresh names, in my opinion. That keeps me want to watch. Even
that's because about power.
Some of those that they rolled in, they even starting to fade. The Israel Adesanyas, the the Usmans, like they starting to fade into the background, and they just not refreshing the pipeline to me with more stars.
It seems like when they lose, they just fall off the earth. Like I was a big Ronda Rousey fan, man. She Holly Holm, whatever. That girl with the big legs, weak white girl with the big legs, kicked her in the face. It was over.
Yeah.
Kicked her career out.
I mean,
So,
she
yeah,
kept
they
losing
just
after
lose.
that too, though. So you gonna
She
lose in
did, yeah.
UFC. So ain't nobody gonna be completely
Mhm.
undefeated forever. It's impossible.
Like Ozzy. Yeah,
John
Ozzy out of
Jones?
sight.
No, he lost.
Got,
He
John
got one
Jones
loss.
lost.
Yeah, he got one loss. It's a no
Man,
contest, but
that was
yeah,
that's because he knocked dude down and he hit him while he was
yeah,
down. That's the
Yeah.
reason why he lost his only fight. Other than that, to me, he's
that's
still
one.
undefeated
Mm.
because he was whooping dude that was in that fight. But Ronda, man, they took the soul out of Ronda.
yeah.
They did,
She,
man.
whew, man,
wrestling after
that
that.
loss. And then, old girl, Holly Holm, made the mistake. She said, I want to
Yeah.
go back. I'm ready to fight. I ain't got time to wait.
Mhm.
Like,
You need to wait.
who's her business manager? Yes, who's her business manager? Even Dana White
Right.
was like, man, I should lose my what is he called? A promoter?
Mhm.
I should lose my promoter's license if I don't make that my next fight. Somehow she convinced Dana, like, yo, nah, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight. She go out there and take an L the next fight, made that fight
Mhm.
irrelevant.
Yep,
You know,
fell off the
everybody, I'm
earth.
like, you fought all this time, your whole life, to make it to this
Yep.
point, reach this pinnacle, and you don't want to cash in the right way?
Mhm.
Wow, how you fight this long for? I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
it's just,
This
but
was
yeah,
my boy
Ronda,
right here, man. That was my boy, Connor.
he keep
That was
losing
my
too.
boy.
Yeah, it's over.
I know
man.
it's over. Like
Yeah, it's over.
it ain't shiny new pity no more. It's damaged and blemished.
The
Got
best,
that green stuff from E's center console in there, man. It's terrible.
the best female UFC fighter, Amanda Nunes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
left.
two
She got out.
Yeah,
belts.
she retired. She
Yeah,
had to because there was nothing else for her to do.
Mhm.
exactly.
Nobody else to ass
She
beat.
All
got
right.
out for she got whooped on. That's what it was, right? You gotta run. You gotta
But I
run.
do
So
real
it's like
quick.
okay.
Real quick, we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, we gotta
Mel,
wrap.
I'm running a little
Yeah,
late,
man.
but I gotta ask Coach E. I gotta go back to the Dion real quick because I don't know when we'll be able to touch on this. So Rex Ryan on First Take said something real interesting, got me to thinking. He said the Dallas Cowboys should consider Deion Sanders their next head coach. Got me. I was like, you know what? That might actually happen. You know what? Because Dak Prescott out for the rest of the year. So they're about to be trash. They about to get them a nice high draft pick. Say, hey, Dion, we draft your boy. Come on over and be the head coach. Do you think he'll take it? Do you think Jerry Jones is considering it? What say you, Coach E?
Of course, Jerry Jones is considering it. Where's that Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight at? Jerry's world. He's a showman as well. But I really don't think Dion will take it. Dion is more of a college guy. These guys in the league, different mentality, different work ethic, different kind of outlook on football in that point in time in their life. And I don't think Dion wants to be coaching those kind of guys. Nothing wrong with pros, but it's just not college kids busting their ass trying to get up to that level. I believe Dion likes that part better, the teaching part better. He can't really, he can clearly teach a pro, but it's not going to be received the same way as a college kid that he's teaching. So I think he's a better college coach than he would be a pro coach.
All right. On that note, fellas, I hear that sound. So you know what that means. Good pod. Hey, Coach E.
Two hats.
You got a post-game word for the people.
Don't they? All right, ladies and gentlemen, gather around, taking all eyes on me. Today's word is man up. A lot of y'all been complaining about being in certain situations that you put yourself into. Man up. Get yourself out of it. Man up. You don't like the way people are talking about you? Man up. Continue to do what you're doing. Continue to do what you got to do. Nobody cares what anybody on the outside is saying. You didn't get into it to worry about what the outside is saying. You got into it to worry about what you're doing and worry about where you're going. So just man up, ignore all the outside noise, continue to focus, continue to do you, continue to elevate. Elevation is key. Whenever you're elevated and you're way up there, you ain't gonna hear no people down there talking about you anyway. So just man up and do what you got to do.
All right, let's go.
Win on me, win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Win!
It sounds so sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to this and every episode of Coach E Game for All Seasons. This was a random episode because it was a bye week of the Browns, and we did a damn good job. I hope you're entertained because we were very entertained recording this. With that being said, we shall see you next week.
Thank you for tuning in to Game for All Seasons with Coach E. Remember to hit the like or subscribe button on Coach E's YouTube channel. To listen on the go, download wherever you get your podcasts. Also, make sure to follow Coach E on Instagram, X, and TikTok at BigF216. Contact us at www.perfecttimefitness.com for one-on-one or group training sessions. Our theme music provided by Mr. Taboo Timmons on SoundCloud at Mr. Taboo Timmons. Once again, thanks for listening and see you next week.